everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody.
Allow me, Ramin, to introduce you from bottom of my heart, not reading for the papers.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yes, thank you. Actually, I did a little bit of research last night, thinking like, who is Ramin it is, although I have a biography. And I stepped in the article, Ted asking him, Ramin, so many different questions, and my heart more than ever become happy. The answers that Ramin gave them for this, I think so 2013 or 2012, somewhere there. And one of the questions, if I remember, I'm not going to say exactly the way it was, is why is your compensation plan? Tell us how it's better than it is the rest of multi-level marketing network. And Ramin said, you guys, if they do the way I do, and if they do the way I lead my people and my company, multi-level marketing will be in a different place today. And he explained, Ramin explained the branches of our the legs that we do, and how our compensation plan automatically every week we get paid for that, and we all testimony for it. So I'm gonna inshallah, one of the maybe next night I'm gonna share the article link, and I hope all of you go there and read that. So, but I'm gonna go back here and just to share a couple of words. Ramin built 4 multi-million-dollar MLO businesses. And he was a distributor that time when he was building up. He took the leadership for that position. Thank God he did that, because we get the fruit for that. Ramin is the founder for the University of the Forensic. Forensic, I took the last month for the forensic, and I wish that course I took when I joined the business. And I recommended you, those who of you new, please, as soon as you can get that in your hand, even if the course is not available right now, get the copy of the note and read, and you will be inspired so many different ways. He is one of the top industry networking marketing trainer, and we are here tonight for that. There is no match for Ramin. Ramin Masgarlo, he made himself a millionaire age 25. Can you imagine the experience we can get that? My heart is warm and happy for at the same time to be part of the team. So let's learn more. That's what I'm gonna do tonight, but I'm sure tomorrow after lights I'll be better than that. Welcome, Ramin. Microphone, it's yours.
Thank you very much. Congratulations for being on this again. Strong leadership. This is what it's all about, right? It's what all about. It's about all. That's all about being able to do things that leads people. At the end of the day, people in our business, because the personal to personal business, like peer to peer business, there's always someone looking to follow someone. That's what it is. People, that's why we have elections. There's a leader, or everything has a leader. The teams have leaders. And again, in this business, the same thing. You need people like you to lead. You're doing that. I want to congratulate you for that. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Slideshow. There we go. Can everyone see me okay? See my thing okay? If I can get you guys to give me a little sign. Let me
We
see.
see the screen, yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. We're going to talk about the Launchpad, because it's the most important thing right now in this business. First of all, you need it to be able to build a team. Secondly, it's mandatory. It's mandatory. Soon, and take this seriously, start implementing it now, because soon people are going to come in, they're going to sponsor people, and they're going to find out that the wholesale profit is on hold. It's on hold because this is a mandatory course. No partner left behind. You don't like to be left behind. And guess what? The person you sponsor, they don't want to be left behind either. People they trusted you. when you introduced them. They thought you knew what you were doing and you're going to help them out. Nobody would have joined you if they thought you didn't know what you were doing and you can't help them out. Nobody would have joined you that. Nobody wants to go spend the $4,500 with someone who doesn't know what they're doing, right? They don't expect you to be a super trainer. They expect you to be able to guide them properly. So it's mandatory. Make sure that you tell everybody that every single person you launch, make sure you tell them that this is mandatory. They have to go through it. Now, your upline can help you with this. We just released this. I did this in Asia. We're also going to have a weekly call where we're going to be doing this because I don't want anyone going through more than 7 days without going through at least the very first basic part of the Launchpad. Now, Launchpad has basically two parts to it. This is the Launchpad. All right, so there's two parts to it. One of them is called First Things First, quick steps. So, because you know what? I think a lot of times people come into business and they get all excited, they go to a tour, they get all excited. They're thinking, I'm excited. I need some products. I know who I'm gonna talk to. Tell me what I need to do right away, right? Right away. So, because a lot of times, the training's ongoing. I've said this before. You want to master opulence, you need 100 hours. You got to put in 100 hours to master opulence. And within 10 hours, you get the basics. But if you want to master opulence, you get about 100 hours. You want to master the industry, you need about 1,000 hours. And so you develop that as you go. But the night you launch, people say, give me some quick ideas, right? Because they're excited, enthusiastic. So I split the Launchpad into two sections. One is the one you take them through even the night that they launch. The very first night they launch after the tour, let me show you the first things first, right? And then you can meet with them within the next 7 days and take them through the whole Launchpad. Remember one thing, if you don't, you're not going to get your wholesale profit till you do. And then you say, well, I don't know how to do it because my upline didn't take me through it. That's exactly what the problem is. And that's exactly what we want to eliminate. We're not like other companies where mass entry, mass exit, 20 years in the business. People love opulence because we care for our people. We got a concept called no partner left behind. So I brought you guys a lot of help. I mean, look at me. After 20 years, I'm still doing the call. I'm at the office. I could be at home, but I'm here. 20 years. Sanaz last night, she's still doing your Monday night call. Why? We care for you. No partner left behind. You have the same responsibility. So if I can, with my schedule, if I can get on at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, you can get on once a week and train your new person who, by the way, just with $300 or more into your jeans, right? And the network effect that happens after that, where people who are attached to the system, if you attach them to the system, the value, it's called the network effect, the Metcalfe law, the value of that organization that you're going to build is astronomical. I mean, just take a look at, people we've paid for 20 years in this company, right? The LD4s and the LD3s, LD2s. Just look at that. 20 years getting a paycheck here every single Tuesday. Now also every single Friday. Put in the chat group, what bonus do we pay on Fridays now? It's a new one. We always paid on Tuesdays and we had a bonus once a month, right? We have a new bonus we pay on Friday. Who knows what that is? Put it in the chat. No. Okay, you kind of gotta. Karen broke it down into two pieces. Yeah, CV, commission boost. That's the sale that happens on cash sales on Divine. Absolutely. All right, first thing says, quick step. All right, let's not confuse ourselves. And I know network marketers, people who run a business from home, they're just notorious for confusing themselves. And you know what we say in forensic? When confusion sets in, inactivity starts. When confusion sets in, inactivity starts. So let's get some clarity. Let's get some simplicity. Let's get some duplication. Because if you're clear, things are simple. When things are simple, it can get duplicated. Make sense? So if you're clear, you can easily do this business. If you're unclear, then things are not simple anymore. Of course, it's not simple. It doesn't duplicate. It's that simple. So when you look at this business the first time, what got you excited? So I'm looking at this. Somebody says to me, I get this all the time. And I'm kind of not, sure what to do anymore. Well, I always say, when in doubt, zoom out, right? When you're inside of a room, you can't see the whole house, right? Whole building, because you're inside of it, right? You have to go room to room. It's hard. But if you go outside the building, it's just a building. So look at your business from far. It's your opulence business. What do we do? Right? It's not that complicated. And what got you excited? Well, somebody showed you the tour. Whether it's one-on-one or it was at a hotel meeting or something. You saw the tour, saw the presentation, you saw the plan, right? So that's it. It's simple, it's clear. It duplicates. So after you saw the plan, what happened? You got excited. So what did you do? You launched your mall. Whether that mall was, you saw it on the placemat tour. By the way, we bring back the placemats. Placemat is so cool. It's just one. It's like a placemat. You can place on, and then but that's your presentation. You can do this like 10 minutes. It's amazing. It's coming out. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So there's only 2 places you need to build your business on. Right? We don't count the meetings because that's too slow. You're gonna get a placemat. Right now, it's a PowerPoint that comes to you welcome. So you take the PowerPoint, put it in a book. But the placemat's coming out. So at the restaurant, anywhere at the park, open a placemat and do. At the other side, do. You got the product, the company on one side, you got opportunity and time and package on the other side. So there's only 2 ways to show the plan. One is the placemat, second one in your opportunity page. Your opportunity page is the only page you need on your website to build this business globally. How cool is that? That's simple, right? Where do I go? To the opportunity page of your website, opulence.com/username/opportunity. You can share this link with your prospect. It's even better. This is clear. You show, you launch, and then you train. That's all we do. We show, we launch them, we train them. Now, if you were shown and you were launched, but you weren't trained, that's where you're confused. So we want to get rid of that. Because the training is where duplication happens, right? If you're not trained, you're confused and things are hard. People tell me, sometimes like, how do I convince people? You don't need to convince people. If you feel like you need to convince people, because you're untrained. There's an old saying, convince one against his will, he's of the same opinion still. We don't first of all, convincing people doesn't duplicate, does it? That's just going to be a very, very good salesperson. Okay, that's fine. You may be able to make a sale, right? But that person cannot be you. So you got to train them. When I taught Cyrus this when he was young. Family, we are athletes, right? I was a champion wrestler. Rez was a champion wrestler. Reza's daughter is a world champion. Son is a Canadian champion. Cyrus going to NBA. I mean, he's 16 and that's where he wants to be in the NBA. This is a tough family, right? And when Cyrus was young, and then he said, Bubba, it's hard because he was working so hard. But Cyrus, there's no such thing as hard. There's no such thing as hard. You're either trained or untrained. If you're trained, things are easy. If you're untrained, things are hard. So if you think this is hard, you're just untrained. And when you're untrained, you make things very complicated. When you're trained, you keep things very simple. So again, when you take a look at this, if you're confused, when in doubt, zoom out. Ask yourself a question. What got you excited when you first saw the plan? Somebody showed you the plan. Oh, excited. You launch them all. Okay. Training, and that could be your problem right there. I was in Singapore, and somebody I like and respect a lot, they said, he comes to me. I hadn't seen him in 6 years because last time I was there was a long time ago. He was one of the first ones to join with us. One of the first ones. Fantastic guy, good family. You know, F4L has done amazing things for them. Amazing. And he's a professional. He's a national soccer coach. I mean, national. This is a professional. This is as high as it gets, right? And he says, you know, how do I convince people? I said, well, you don't come in to convince people, but, you know, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you were on a Monday night call? About 6 years ago. When was the last time you were on a Tuesday call? Never. When was the last time on a Saturday call? Never. So let me ask you this. You're a coach for a national team. Did you bring your professional players, although they're professional? Did you bring your professional players, show them the moves, the plays one time and say, go home and show up at game day? No. You put them on the field every single day. They practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. And these are the people who are professionals at the game. Yeah, because people that come into our industry, they're not even professionals. They've never even done it before. And they never come to training. He kind of put his head and said, yeah, you're right. I mean, of course I'm right. I mean, this is common sense stuff. You need training, and repetition is what, you know, is what makes it for you to become part of your DNA. Your confidence goes up, you know, and you feel confident. You become one with your business. You become one with your business. You know, I talked to my PBS, and I was shocked the other day. It says, so I look at their form because I like to see what they're doing, and I asked Greg, I said, you didn't get a lot of call this one day. He said, yeah, I was helping our members place orders and sign people up. I said, you help our member sign people up? He says, oh yeah, we even have LD2s that call me to help them sign people up. We have an LD2 that gets you to put people in the system? Really? This is some extreme minutes to learn? Either the person never applied themselves, or they're taking advantage of our people. The company should never be involved. What type of duplication is that? Right? Where you going to tell everybody, call the company, put your people in? Talk about slowing down your business to nothing. The minute you're confused, the whole team is confused. The minute you show weakness, the whole team is weak. The minute you can't do things there and lead by example and duplicate that, remember, you only have one system, right? We have no system. So how is it that you can't even know the most basics of things? You launch yourself. I mean, someone else did it for you. So again, guys, training, right? So I'm taking our time because this is foundation stuff. If your people, let me put it this way, if your people see confusion and fear in your eyes, right? About a question, about something to do. I mean, our business is a basic, simple business. There's nothing hard in our business. There's nothing. You say, just log in, right? It's nothing hard about it. If your people sees fear and confusion in your eyes, phew, you know, first of all, they never look at you as a leader. You know, second thing is, you just told them that you don't have to know anything either. And you're always getting a duplication. The question is, what type of duplication are you getting? Are you getting duplication that enhances momentum? Or are you getting a duplication that kills your momentum? in network marketing, I mean, a lot of people never want to evolve. They want to learn anything. They're excited. They want to go sell stuff, but they don't want to learn anything. If you want to sell stuff is good. The problem is that is a fraction of the potential of this industry. That's the other industries where selling something is that's all they have, right? In our industry, we got this thing called the comp plan, and a comp plan only happens if there's duplication. You can sell stuff on your own, but comp plan only happens if there's duplication. So I've been telling everybody, you can work your way up to LD1 and LD2 by selling stuff. You actually can. But you'll never get to LD3 by selling stuff. Never. Because LD3 needs something that requires duplication. And that's CV. You need CV. The good news is, to get duplication, all you need to do is learn this PowerPoint. Teach it, train it. Once you teach and train it, your people start teaching and train, boom, you got duplication now. Duplication this way. If you don't teach and train this, you get duplication this way. Or if you get somebody good in your team, they're just going to bypass you, go to the moon. It's nice, but you should have been able to cash in on all of that at the highest level with them, right? Not to look at them up there and they're in your team. It happens, but if I had somebody in my team all the years I was there, I was always the highest rank, always. I had people, and I helped people. I had people sometimes reach my rank for a short time because I'm working with them. But when they reach my rank, that was my cue that I need to do. Remember the 70-30 plan? 70 frontline activity, 30 DLS downline support. That was my cue that I needed to get more people in so I can get to the next rank. Because those compensation plans were not like ours, where ours builds from the bottom. You build them up, you go up. Those plans were not like that. It was a breakaway system. We actually go sponsor. I remember I had sponsored like 180 people in my first company. There's a breakaway system. So anyway, again, our business is not that complicated. You have to be clear. When it's clear, things are simple. When it's simple, it duplicates. All right? You show just like you were shown. You launch them just like you were launched. And you train them, hopefully, the way you were trained. Okay. First things first, adopt the system. Move this out of the way. On day one, I got things in the way here. Give me a second. Adopt the system from day one. You cannot do it by yourself. You need help. System. Because again, you could be building a bunch of teams and they all have different questions and they all have prospects. You can't be everywhere. And you can't slow down your business because they're waiting for you. While they're waiting for you, they're getting cooked in the squat. They're getting cooked in the weight and you lose them. You got to get them right away, adopt the system right away, get your people plugged into the system right away. If you're plugged in, they're plugged in. I call it concept I call the win principle. What's important now? The system, right? It's a simple business. Don't look at what the upline is doing. Chances are he's not doing it right or she's not doing it right either. This is not, it's the type of industry, people are self-employed. They come from other industries. They don't know anything about this industry, but they think it's easy. They think it's simple. They think you're too busy. They think you have no time. So they don't know anything. So don't follow them. I'm not saying everybody, but it's by principle, it's good that you follow this system. So if you sponsored me into a program today, I don't care if the upline is a supreme NATO commander of that comp plan. Of course, I'll talk to him. Of course, I'm going to learn everything he knows. Hopefully, he's really, really good. Hopefully, I can pick up from him. Of course, I'm going to drill him, but I'm looking for? Well, that's all extra stuff for me. I'm looking for? What's the system? From day one, what's the system? Because at the end of the day, the upline doesn't duplicate. The systems duplicate. So Don't follow anyone. Don't do any experiments. Follow the system. You know what happens is that a lot of times, our people calling for renewals, right? And then sometimes somebody says, I don't want to renew. Why? What happened? Why didn't you renew? Well, I don't know, my upline quit. So sometimes people, I don't know why, 'cause that wasn't me, but sometimes people, because they come in, they kind of look at their environment in their country, city, whatever they're on, the 2, 3 people they know, if they're not active, then they don't want to become active either. And that doesn't make any sense, but it's the reality. Whether I like it or not, it's the reality, right? So don't follow the upline. You didn't get in for the reasons. You got in for your reasons. So that's what you want to make sure your people are connected to the system and not the upline. I know some uplines have an ego. No, follow me. I'm the boss. I'm the leader. First of all, that's ridiculous in this industry, and that doesn't work. And that doesn't make, I could talk an hour about that. But if that's what you want to put into your downline as a system, what happens down there somewhere in your team? Some upline quits, and that whole team quits, or worse, that upline moves into another company because they got a deal somewhere, and now you lost your team, that team, because they followed the upline. You want people to be connected to, you want lifelong residual income where you can actually get paid forever? Attach them to the system. If they're attached to you, like in umbilical cord, you can never take time off. Never get time off. So follow the system, not the upline. Now I know some egos are going to get hurt here. They don't like to hear us because they want to be the upline. You can always be the upline, and you'll be a fantastic, you'll be a better upline if you taught your people how to fish. Not you do the fishing for them constantly. So you either have uniformity in the team system, or you have confusion your way. Because we talk about when confusion sets in, inactivity starts, right? When people don't know, have the question, when the meeting is next week, they're never going to the meeting, they're never getting a prospect. When people are confused about what to do, they keep pushing it off, they're never doing anything. And remember, there's only one system. So I say this, you either have one system, or you have no system at all. You can't have two systems. You either have one system, or you have no systems at all. Sometimes people say, well, you know what? That doesn't work for me, the system. I just do it my way. Okay, fine. If you're the boss, you can do it your way. You're independent. And that's fine. And some people, all they want to do is just sell products, and that's fantastic. They don't need a system for that. I mean, there are some, tips, but if you don't want the comp plan, you're good. Go sell. And we have a lot of people that sell, which is fantastic. But when we talk on this call, on Forensic Call, when we talk about these things, we are talking comp plan. If you want to go up the ranks, get the car, the vacation, all this stuff, well, you need this stuff. You can't sell your way to this. You can't do it your way to get to the top of the comp plan. You got to follow the system. And if you're confused about what that is, then you're not even engaging to hit the comp plan. So the company provides a system and training. Upline provides inspiration and support. So if your upline's way of doing things is different than the system in the company, follow the company. Just follow the company. It's designed for everybody. It's designed to make sure that you hit the comp plan. They taste the comp plan. It's not about my way or his way or this way. It's designed for everybody. It's the fastest way to top of the comp plan. Strategies are good. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the upline has a strategy to get you go faster. Fantastic. I used to do that all the time. But that's not training. It's just a strategy. The training remains, and there are strategies. There's ideas above the training, above the system, how to go there faster. So don't confuse strategy with training over the system. System, there's only one system. So again, there's only one system or there's no system at all. System is so important, folks. I even tell you, it's a bit of a joke, but it's true. I even say system over substance. See, a company like ours, Opulence, is a company with substance. We make stuff, the best of the stuff. We got things you use every day, you need and want every single day. Yeah, there's companies out there, Ponzi schemes, they don't even have a product, or they have one or two products, or no products. Ponzi schemes, pure Ponzi schemes, and they grow fast for a short period of time, and they die eventually. But you know why? Because they don't have substance, but they have a system, and yet they, lure in a lot of people who are uninformed, and the last 2 3 months they die. But at the end of the day, that's Home Point system is. Now you put system over substance at the same time, system with substance at the same time, what you get is lifelong residual income. And system creates momentum. And momentum needs an ecosystem that's clear. Clarity. Clarity and simplicity creates momentum, because when people are clear, things seem simple, they can duplicate that, they create momentum. So we added something to One Team, One Dream. One team, one dream, one system. Put in the chat. One team, one dream, one system. One team, one dream, one system. One team, one dream, one system. Put it in the chat. Good job, Juliet. You're the first one on the trigger. Good job. Jerry, fantastic. Rebecca, Sakol, I missed that name. Samia, Maria, that's good. Good stuff. One team, one dream, one system. Who provides a system? Put in the chat. Who provides a system? Who provides a system? The company, right? Who provides support? The upline. Right? Company provides system, upline provides support and inspiration. Here it is. You either have one system or you have no system at all. There can't be two systems. If people are confused about which one is the system, what happens when the confusion sets in? Inactivity starts. So you got a very slow building team. Maybe now you know what's wrong with your team, right? You never got trained. You never went to the launchpad. You never provide to your team. Your upline didn't do it for you. You passed on that duplication. Remember, you either got duplications doing that or it's doing that. The easy part, the good part is you can switch it like that. So we're still in the first thing first. Events. 10 reasons why events are your best lifeline. Number one, where uplines start their journey to become leaders. When someone's an upline, doesn't make them a leader. Just because they sponsored you doesn't mean they're a leader, right? You have to earn that title. You don't buy leadership. Just because you bought a package and people bought the package after you doesn't make you a leader. You're the upline, but you're not a leader. But you know what? If the upline is showing up to meetings all the time and trainings all the time, conference call all the time, and doing, hosting calls like this all the time, but guess what? They're leaders. So again, meetings is where it happens. You cannot be a leader and not be present. Let's put it that way. It's not possible. How does somebody look at you as a leader you're not around? It's not possible. Maybe you're a leader at home. Maybe you're a leader at your job. Maybe you're a leader on your, basketball team or soccer team. You're not a leader in this company. To be a leader, again, can you be a leader with your soccer team if you don't show up? Of course not. Yeah, you can't be a leader here either. So you got to be at meetings. Well, bonding happens with the team. It's fantastic spending time. I mean, some of the best memories you're ever going to have. You're going to see this all the time. People who will quit your business, so they still keep in touch with you because of the bonding that happens in these meetings. It's incredible. Number three, where the system builds and expands momentum and not you. Because see, when your people are connected to the system, they're showing up on the calls like this. They go on a Monday call whether you're there or not. They go on a Tuesday call whether you're there or not. They go on a Saturday call whether you're there or not. They show up to the boot camp whether you're there or not. So that's a system. And that's what duplicates. That's what happens, that's what we build the momentum. Can you imagine if we're like some of the other companies out there, they don't have any of this, and you're stuck by yourself to get your money, and they expect you to do everything we offer you here. You just have to show up, get your favorite beverage, and show up, and plug your people into. Imagine some of these companies, you have to do all that. Of course, you don't know how to do it. So what happens? You die. The company dies. So, number 4, where team conviction begins and sustains. It's one thing that you have a good story. When you hear other people have the similar story, that's when your conviction happens. When you go to these events, and all of a sudden your questions are answered, your doubts are answered, right? Your fears are taken away. That's where your conviction happens. That cannot happen on your own. You need a team for that. Where's the team hang out? They hang out in meetings, where amateurs start their transition to become pros. I like that one. Who gets paid? Amateurs or pros in sports? Who gets paid? Amateurs or pros? Put in the chat. Who gets paid? Actors that are amateur or actors who are on big screen TV? Pros. I mean, it's always the pros, right? So in meetings is where amateurs, which is all of us, we start as an amateur, and we start to make our transition. It's not an instant thing. We start to make our transition. Remember, I told you, it takes 100 hours in openness and 1,000 hours in the industry. That's okay. You got the rest of your life to do that. But then do it quick so you can start making money, right? If you do it quick, you pick it up and you can start making money right away. Meetings is where amateurs become pros. Where everyone starts to know your name. How cool is that? Hello, Janet. Hi, Chris. Hi, Bob. It's incredible. You're part of a community and people know your name. How awesome is that? Right? Showing up and people are saying hello to you. Hi, Heather. Right? Hi, Maria. Right? Incredible. More importantly, where the company gets to notice you. You want to be in the company's map because you're going to build a business and you're going to need the company over the next 10, 20 years, 30 years. This is lifelong, right? You want the company to know who you are. Trust me, you're going to need, you want the company to know who you are, right? So, and we know what people who are visible, loud on social media and meetings, be loud. Make sure everyone's hearing you. Go on the rooftop, scream out opulence, right? Where the best promotions and deals are offered. We've always done it, but even more so, we're going to do some crazy things in events. I think it was on this call that Ifra got a Rolls Royce pickup. On this call, I asked for something and she was there, boom, and now her and 2 of her hopefully qualified, not favorite, qualified, and leaders are going to get picked up in one of the company Rolls Royces, and at our grand opening, she's going to show up like a celebrity on the red carpet, with the suicide doors of Rolls Royce opening up with starlights on the roof. That's where things happen. Get on the cog, right? Where duplication starts and your business grows automatically and exponentially. So at the end of the day, that's the ultimate target. Ultimate target is to grow exponentially. That means wide, right? It's growing, and automatically self-functionality. It's incredible. So, automatically grow. Rene can wake up in the morning and just go online and see the stuff that happened while he was sleeping. What a feeling that is. And he's been getting that feeling for 18 years or 18 years, I guess. Amazing. Finally, where you become a hero on the stage and become an inspiration to your team. Who doesn't want to be a hero? Everybody wants to be a hero. What's a hero? Hero is someone who's done a lot for others, right? Hero is someone who's done some incredible things for others. You can't be a hero yourself. You're a hero because other people look at you as hero because you've made changes, you have inspired, you have helped, you have made your space and your world and surroundings a better place. You've sacrificed yourself, you've helped people, you've inspired people. Who doesn't want to be a hero? One of the best things about this industry, at first I know it's the money thing, but once you got some of that money, other things become priority. I'm telling you, this hero thing is a huge deal. Is a huge deal. Mary Kay Ash, she did some incredible work for ladies worldwide with Mary Kay. And she wrote a book, Everyone to Me Wears a Sign that says, make me feel important. That's right. That's things, all of this happens in meetings. So don't ever say, well, I've been to that, I can't, I'm bored, or I don't need to go anymore, or I don't have a guest, or we're giving you what you need to do. If you want to touch the comp plan, these are not choices. This is what you got to do. It's DMOs. Daily method of operation. Weekly method of operation. Monthly method of operation. You'll do it and 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 do it again and do it and do it. And you keep on doing it. It's part of what we do. You got 15, 20 hours a week if you're part-time, 30 to 40 if you're full-time. You got this is part of your 15 to 20 hours a week. At least you have an MO. Because if you don't have all these things available for you, then you'll be confused. And when confusion sets in, inactivity starts, and you won't be doing anything, and you become part of the statistic of hundreds of millions of people who start a business in an industry or other industries and do nothing with it because they are confused, they don't know what to do, they're inactive, and they eventually die in business. Right here, you couldn't get lost. Doesn't matter which direction you turn, you're going to hit something that you need to do. The company will give you triggers of what you need to do every single day. As a matter of fact, we've given you a very simple win principle MO. WIN, what's important now? You wake up in the morning, first thing you do. Who knows what that is? The 4 things. First thing you do when you wake up in the morning. Let's see if you guys remember. Who's a good student here? Your DMO. Whether you're a leader, you got a team of 10, a team of 10,000. Wake up and there's 4 things you gotta do. This is your MO when you wake up in the morning. Number 1, you look and you welcome all the new team members. You welcome all the new team members. Now, what's the first thing you do? You welcome them. Build like and trust with them. Answer their questions. Inspire them, right? Number 2, you thank all new orders. Pretty basic stuff, isn't it? If you had any other type of business and somebody buys something, you say thank you, right? It's pretty simple, right? Yeah, people come here, they're buying 150 or 500 or 1,000 or 200 or whatever, 75. Go to the back office. There's orders. Trace the order. Quick message. Back office allows you to send messages right from there. Hey, my name is, Elaine, and I want to thank you for this. Hey, did you try this yet? Hey, tell me about your story. Here's my story. You build like a trust. You thank. It makes them feel amazing. So number 1, you welcome new launches. Number 2, you thank new orders. Number 3, you make some appointments yourself. Whether it's your team to upgrade them, make sure you do the launch pad with them, or you make some appointments to show the plan. And number 4, rank advancement, bonus qualification. So many people are losing their commission boost because they're not even on 250. It's free money. They're missing it because they're shopping outside and they think they're saving money. It's incredible. People go shop outside. It's supposed to their own mall at wholesale. Oh, yeah, but it's cheaper out there. Okay. So you went and shop outside, you got toxicity that's killing you, and now you still have your expense in opulence. So you got two expenses because you're running a business here. You have to qualify for your commission, for your bonuses, car club, all this stuff. So what did you save? So you eliminate that. You have to do this anyway. And now put that extra volume, put it in here, because as your PV goes up, you come with commission, you qualify for commission, you qualify for commission boost, you qualify for variance bonus, you qualify for car club, MGRS, all these things, and you keep shopping outside, you miss all these things. It didn't save you any money, it cost you a fortune shopping someone else's mall and not your own mall. We have 30 plus use cases. You have to eliminate 30 plus items of your shopping cart. You shopping outside, simply it's a waste of money because it's not PV, doesn't get you PV. You shop opulence, the same thing. Forget about the fact that it's much better products. Forget about the fact that you set a good example for your team. You're doing it, they're doing it. You get PV, they get in PV, you get CV. It just makes sense, right? Just makes sense. So again, number 4, that's commission buy. Make sure you don't miss an MGRS because a lot of people lose these bonuses. They leave on the table because of something very small. That means you have to understand your comp plan, right? At least check your back office because your back office tells you how close are you to MGRS. It tells you it's all there, beautiful design with tracking sheets. It gives you all these graph charts. It tells you you are this close. Don't miss that. If you're not at 250, you're missing commission boost and variance automatically. Automatically. Why would you do that? You know you're buying stuff off the grocery store, off drugstores. You know you're buying stuff at malls. You know you're going to need to buy gifts at some point this year. So put that money into shopping credits here. And actually, shopping credits qualifies you for everything here. And you can use it later. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, birthdays, Christmas. We even have a gift card program. Cool is that? So that was the first things first. Some quick steps here. So first 30 days action plan. Week number 1, get through the Launchpad training. How many days is week number 1? It's not a year. It's not 5 years. It's not 5 months. It's not 10 days. It's not 11 days. It's not 8 days. It's 7 days. Right? The Launchpad training. Get together with your upline. Hopefully you're trained to do this. If not, even contact the company training calls. Ask for it as a group. If none of you guys are trained, call the ultimate upline, and there's always people up there who can help you. Week number 2, conduct your first 2 opulence tours online. Remember, there's only 2 ways that you need to do this business. Show the plan. One of these is on your opportunity page. You all have it. Or in person. You get a welcome kit. There's a PowerPoint, put in a book, read it, right? Soon there's a placemat coming, even simpler. Week number 1, get the Launchpad. Number 2, show 2 tours. First 30 days, register immediately and become a host, as this young lady is doing. That right now is doing. Become a host. Host these calls. Show leadership. That impress the heck of your prospects. That gets you a lot of respect with your team. Downline and upline and sideline. Right? It's not. So being a host is basically able to host what this young lady is doing for me tonight. Just, open and close. Next level, become a QP, qualified presenter. The tour, just a PowerPoint, right? Do the tour. Soon, the placemat, 10 minutes. And we have a lot of these perks for people who are actually taking these quick actions. All right, so post-launch, 10 actions you must take for proper start. Open the welcome pack, sub a tour book, review the place. A tour book means you got a PowerPoint, get a book, put it in, plastic inserts. Now you have something to present with, right? Placemat is coming. I know so many people that launch, they don't even open the welcome pack. So here's what you got to do. If you think they're going to open it, you're wrong. Some will, some won't. So what you want to do is that, hey, did you open your welcome pack? No, I'm busy. Okay, right now, I'm going on video. That's what you got to do. I'm going on video. Let's go to your welcome pack right now. Open it. Let's go through it together. Put on video. Okay. Yeah, open that. Yeah, okay. There's a Accurate book, and let me tell you about that. Right? This is what you do. This is your asset. Your asset is either performing or it's not performing. And the good news is you can determine that. You can determine that. When you buy stocks, equity, it's either performing or it's not, and you have nothing to do with you. It's something that someone else has to do. Here you got a bunch of assets, right? People you bring in. It's up to you to make sure they perform. Visit the opportunity on your mall. Again, you gotta understand that what tools you need to present to the next person. And you have all the tools. 20 years old, we got everything here. Visit your opportunity page. It's on your mall. You can go there. There's a video you can show there and you can share. Different languages, by the way. Sanaz is the presenter. So you can use our presentation to show you 2 tours a week. Or below that on your opportunity page is the PowerPoint, different languages. You can do it yourself on a Zoom call, on the phone. They're on your website. You're on the website. You're watching next. And you're doing presentation in your language, maybe. Right? It's fantastic. Review the PowerPoint tool. So what you want to do is that as soon as you come in, just go there, check it out. Spend a good hour in your opportunity page. Go to the PowerPoint, right? Review everything. The best part is below it, once you do the tour, it's the packages. Hey, this package works for you. I saw it as an LADE. Let me tell you why. No, I want an LAP. Great. Click here. Let me take you through it. Done. 1 page. They saw the tour. They launched all at the same time on the opportunity page. Order inventory. Save from Revolution bundle. Again, it doesn't say go order FOL. It says Safe Home Revolution. Remember, you don't get a safe home. You're buying shampoos outside, creams outside, body wash outside, aftershave, shaving cream, all these things that's not PV. Why would you buy something that doesn't buy you PV? In this company, when you run your mall, everything requires PV. Everything requires PV. So now you go outside, you're shopping outside that has no PV. Not smart. Right? Not smart. So, yeah, even if it is, you want to buy shopping credits? I mean, this is the only company on the planet that you can buy nothing and still qualify for your checks. There is no another company on the planet that allows you to do that. Here, you can buy nothing and still qualify. You know what this is called? Shopping credit. You're buying shopping credits, you haven't actually bought anything. It's savings. You can shop later, next month, 3 months, 6 months, Christmas. Which company allows you to accumulate? Which company allows you to pre-buy your Christmas gifts? And that allows you to qualify for your bonuses and checks. Every other company, you buy the product, you qualify. Here, you can just buy shopping credits and shop later, redeem it later. Amazing stuff. Shift from amateur to pro. Attend the next boot camp. How'd you guys like the boot camp last week? It was fantastic, wasn't it? Well, the chat, tell me. Did you guys like the boot camp? The boot camps are back. This is all we created. The 6-figure monthly incomes is over 100,000 a month. That's what we created through these boot camps, right? It's back again. So make sure, don't miss the next one. Be there. No one should go more than 7 days before they go on the Launchpad. No one, right? And no one should go more than 30 days before seeing the boot camp. The boot camp is basics of the business. It's an all-day training, but at least now we've gone through it. Message your MyFi. This is fun. Message your MyFi uplines, the top leaders, and just say hello. Hello, hey, listen, tell me your story. I'm new here. I like to build here. Where did you build? How did you build? Have those type of conversations. Fantastic stuff. 6, book an appointment. Whether you want to show the product or the business tour. Remember, you took the PowerPoint or the placemat. You reviewed a few times with the upline. You're ready to go. It's not hard. Just read. Have a conversation. Build, like, and trust. You're good at that. Trust me. You know how to do it. Conduct. You can use the upline to help you, by the way. But I'm just saying, it's not hard. Conduct daily tours. You and your qualified upline using your book, placemat, whatever method you choose. In person, group hotels, meeting opportunity page of your mall. Just show the product, show the plan. Show the product, show the plan. Show the product, show the plan. Just show. Right? When you show, you get sales on the product or the plan. Share testimonials. This is a fantastic way to follow up. When you show the product or the plan, and then next day, go to the Facebook Front Up Live page. There's 20,000 of our customers there sharing testimonials. Just share with your prospects. Share, cover the name, share with your prospects. You have a story about this today. You have a story about this today. Story about this today. Because wow, okay, let me try Divine. Right? That's what your job is. Tell stories. We're highly paid storytellers. We tell stories about income being earned. We tell stories about health benefits. We tell stories about, fashion, be fashionable. We just tell stories. That's all we do. Every day, tell stories and get paid. It's a good job, isn't it? It's a fantastic job. Highly paid storytellers. Close the doors with tools. The tool, that three-way qualified upline. Sometimes you do everything right, but they just need to hear from third party. Maybe because you're new, they know you're new. They're serious, they're excited, but they want to make sure that they work with somebody else with more experience. Then your team is fine. Get your upline on the phone. Maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe there's strength in numbers. People just want to be part of a team. They want to know if you have a team. Three-way your upline. Find an excuse to get your upline to the table if they're in the room, or get them on the phone. Your upline should know at 8 o'clock you have a tour, at 9 o'clock you're done. 9 o'clock you get a call from upline, say hello to you. Hey, I'm Steve, my friend of mine. Can you tell him your story? Simple stuff. These are fun stuff too, by the way. I talk about bonding, communicating with your team all the time and calls. I used to do like 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 calls a day. I was exhausted. So I came up with the term ENE. Exhausted and excited. I love doing it. I would never say no to it because it doesn't matter how drained I am. I love the feeling of putting all these beautiful vibes there, qualifying people, advancing people, ranking up people. Of course, the money's good too, right? It's fantastic. Fantastic. Last thing, support and enhance your efforts. Invite prospects to the next training, whether they launch or not. One of the best follow-up is on the prospect who's not even joined yet. Show them to the training. Remember, people look at the business and look at two things, and they have to have both to join, right? First is what's the business. The tour shows them the business and the product, but they don't always join on that. Sometimes they just put it off. Let me think about it, talk to my husband, pray about it. Sometimes they're not interested. Why? There's everything good about opulence. Why? Because it's the part number 2. They just don't know if they can do it. They love the business. Okay, you know what? I'll just try the product. When you get this, and you guys get this a lot, I'll try the product. I did not ready to get in. It's part number 2. It's not that they want to get in. If you're intrigued to try the product, right? You love it already. But why don't they get in? Well, because it's part number 2, how you do the business. They don't know if they can do it yet because maybe they tried something before, it didn't work. They didn't know what they were doing. Maybe they heard some stories from other companies, whatever. But when they come to a training, that's part number 2. How you, it's pretty clear. Okay, I'm in. Last forensic conference we did, we had a whole bunch of guests who came in the night before, and they all launched. All of them launched at forensic. So they came to the tour. They're not ready yet. They come to forensic, full day training. They all launch afterwards. Why? Part number 2 happened. Part number 1 was the tour. Part number 2 was how you do the business, the training. So invite your guests to these calls. They absolutely will love it. All right. So that's the first part. I mean, obviously, I took a long time explaining this. You should be able to do the first part in 15 minutes, right? I mean, it's good that you take your time like I do to actually be so detailed about it. It takes you time to be able to do that because you don't have enough information yet. But hopefully you get to a point where you can take one topic and be able to talk about it for a full hour, right? But if you were to normally go through this, the Launchpad should take about, I don't know, we'll see you have to see how long you guys will get to do it. If you don't explain like I do, you should be able to go through it about 3 hours, right? So, but in bootcamp, we stretch it to 5 or 6 because it's also more interactive. We want you to actually do a placemat in the bootcamp. Get it out of the way. You've done one now. It's out. You feel like $1 million. you feel like a pro. Anyways, with that, we'll bring back our fearless hostess. And if you guys want to share something with me, put your hand up. And we got a couple of people in, and we call it a night.
Thank you so much. Amazing, amazing training. I hope everybody understand how magnitude this kind of type of training it is. I will recommend you, each of you, listen that that YouTube 6 times until you really ground it and understand really what it is. It's a whole launching business situation, really. Yeah, absolutely. So any questions? Let me see if I have any questions over here. No question is written over here.
Good. You guys want to share something? Put your hand up, and we'll let you share if you hit a breakthrough, if you have some ideas. All right, we got Reza LD4, Reza Mascarlu. Made over $5 million with this company, guys. I don't know what he's made. He's made a lot of money, and he's been with it here a long time, long time. Checks over
Hello.
70,000 at one time. All right, Reza, what's going on?
Wow. What an amazing, awesome, refreshing training. It's basically brings back so much memories as what we've done, how we done it, how successfully we done it, how simply we had it. Basically, yeah, it was everything you shared tonight is how we hit our all-time highs at the placemat. That was absolutely insane. It was so simple yet so effective, and that is something that I think anybody and everybody is going to look at it. They're going to try it. They're going to practice it at the boot camps like we used to do, and absolutely rock it. I mean, this is crazy. I was driving and I wanted to say a lot of things, but I was driving, so I had to focus on my driving. But yeah, it was insane. Just thank you, and that's very true. I remember people coming to boot camps, people who were never even members, even today, even still now. We have people showing up to boot camp and they end up joining. They never joined on the opportunity tour.
That's right. Yeah.
And they show up to a boot camp and all of a sudden, yeah, I'm in. All of a sudden, the highest level. So that's another point that's really, really powerful, very true. And, thank you so much for this. And yeah, back to you.
Thank you, LD4. Fantastic. Anyone else? By the way, good crowd, as well as better crowds. The numbers, I'm proud of you. Let's keep building this out. Another LD4 multimillionaire, Renee Liao.
Good evening, Remy. Good evening. Amazing call as always. And I can never get enough of your trainings because my first boot camp, that I went to, I just remember you were training at boot camp the whole entire day, and I was just writing so many notes. And every boot camp, I learned something new. So I'm just so glad and so happy to see that we're going back to a lot of the amazing tools that were so critical.
Me
The
too.
boot camp is yeah, for sure. The launch pad is absolutely critical. I was having a talk today, of course, with the LD2 Brian Arundel, of course, with the launch pad as well too. And I love how we're getting back to really just the basics, right? And I can't wait to have the launch pad being done, once a week religiously amongst the different leaders. And yeah, just very pumped. We already have our boot camp. Just for those who are curious, I know people were asking. We have the boot camp confirmed in Montreal, of course, for May the 10th. So I want to share some quick announcements there. Yeah, it's $40. It includes a beautiful coffee and tea throughout the day.
You can see he's a network marketer. He knows how to sell the dream. Beautiful coffee. I love it.
Yeah, you know what, Remy? Beyond that, if you like Swiss Chalet, let me tell you something. This hotel is providing a choice of either a quarter chicken, half chicken, or a full chicken. Of course, you can pay more for the full chicken. It comes with a beautiful a homemade fries, of course, bread or rice, and a house salad. But more importantly, the training is going to be absolutely amazing. So again, please make sure you book your tickets once you see it on the back office. We have, of course, the Ottawa boot camp confirmed May the 31st. And we do have the Toronto boot camp also confirmed for May the 24th. So you're going to have boot camps in Montreal, Ottawa, and in Toronto. If you want to go to all three, do that. You're going to learn 3 times the amount of things, and of course, take your business to a whole new level, build your market, expand it. But again, just so pumped for me. The boot camp was a huge success, of course, and I'm just so glad that we're really getting back to that on a monthly basis. So again, to the billion, and back to you, Remy. Thank you so much.
Take care. All right, to
Take-
Karen Henry. Karen, I'm ready to come to Winnipeg. If you're ready for me, I'm ready for you guys. So you put it out with the team. I want to come to I want to go to Manitoba. I want to go to Alberta. I'm ready to go west. You guys ready? I'm ready to come. So
Wow.
put it together and let me know.
That's amazing. Wow, they're lucky. But maybe we follow you guys. We're gonna be there too.
Actually, you know what we used to? That's a fantastic what you just said. Before my days when I was on the field, if I was opening up, say for example, Winnipeg, before I go to Winnipeg, I tell everybody in Toronto, in Ottawa, hey guys, I'm going to Winnipeg. I'll bring 40 people with me. They would run ads. They would
That's it's
talk to
supposed to
communities.
be. Yeah,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
we go support the Winnipeg team. Plus, we jam pack. Everyone's bringing building teams. Fantastic stuff.
Well, we're gonna go back. I have to mention. This is funny. When the rain coming, Renee smelled the coffee, but can I tell what I smell? When the rain is coming, before it hit the ground or before it come, you feel the beautiful wind with the nice smell. I feel the smell of success. I feel not the only smell the success, the team and leaders are ready for us to put the road of success. All these small tips, all these new batches, all this training is like tonight was just the happiness. I hope you guys understand, but it's a beyond this kind of type of training. You cannot even, it's a priceless. To be honest, to me, my heart, it's a priceless. So don't make the things slide by you. Pay
I
attention.
love that image behind you, by the way. Fantastic. Professional. Love it.
Thank
Karen,
you.
I'm ready. Put the team together tonight, tomorrow. Get a call with them going. I could be there in 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks. Jam pack the house. Let's go.
Vancouver is crying too.
John says Vancouver. John, you can get a 50 or 100 in the room. I'll be there. Let's go.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing things happen tonight and other nights too, but tonight is a special. And you guys make me proud. Australia is in the room. Tokyo is in the room. And so many far away from here. Kenya is in the room. So many different people are actually in the room and late night up and not sleeping. That is where we are. Let's do it. Thank you.
All right, let's close the call. That's a good call. Good crowd too. Congratulations. Let's get
Yep.
more next week. Get your people
Thank you.
on. Let's build up these calls.